Okay, hi guys. Welcome to the Electronic Circuit Lab. I'm the teaching assistant Brandon. Today we will introduce you the multimeter. And what's a multimeter? Okay, this one is a multimeter. Multimeter is a multifunctional electric measuring instrument. Its main function is measuring of the characteristic of the electric signal. Multimeter combine function as a ampermeter or voltage meter and ohmmeter as well as other electronic measuring instruments. What are the main function and the feature of the multimeter? First, measuring of voltage of the direct current and alternating current, measuring of the resistance and the electric capacitance, measuring the diode and the HE of the transistor. This one is the handheld type, and we have another bench type, but the function is almost the same, just different for the precision. So we're using the handheld type to introduce you the multimeter. So the multimeter can divide into 6 parts. Okay, the first part is the voltage. We can measure the DC. This one. The first part, we can measure the voltage of the DC voltage. And the next part, we can measure the current of the DC current. And it have different level, like 1000 and 220 and 2. And the current also 2 milliampere, 20 milliampere, and 200 milliampere. And this one is 10 ampere. 10 ampere, but just careful to using measure the current, since if you have a wrong connection or wrong direction, it will be broken the multimeter. And the next part is the HFE of transistor. See the NPN and PNP. We can measure the transistor HFE of the transistor. The HFE and as well known as the beta. You have learned in the electric circuit, IC equal to beta IB. The IB means the HFE. In some data sheet, the beta we call it the HFE. So when you calculate the function, maybe the DC analysis of the common amplifier or some transistor circuit, you need to know the beta. The beta is HFE. You can use in the multimeter to check. Okay, so the next part is the measure the voltage of the AC voltage. We can measure the 1000 AC voltage or 200. This one is mean the RMS value, not the mean value. So the 1000 RMS value, 200 RMS value. And the next one is the resistance. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 level to measure the resistance. The max measurement value is 2 mega ohm. Okay, so the next one is the diode check. You can see the two symbol, the diode and the like some Wi-Fi symbol, but it's okay. It's just like the continuity check. This one's diode check, in the same level. Okay, so the next I will introduce there are 3 holes on the multimeter. The first one is the see, COM means a common pole, common terminal. You can call it pole or terminal. So we have 2 wire. This one is the pop of the multimeter. So the compo, so the black one is plug into the compo, and the red one, how could we connect this one? This one is 10 AC. This one means we need to measure the 10 ampere current. See the level 10 ampere. So when you need to measure the current, plug into this port. But if you want to measure the voltage, resistance, milliampere means the current, or the diode check, continuity check. So just plug in the red one to this port. Okay, so next I will teach you how to measure the value. So first I teach you how to measure the voltage. Okay, so we're using the DC power supply to generate the 5 volt to measure. So this one is positive, this one negative. So using the multimeter probe to connect together, positive connect to positive, negative to negative. So how could we choose the how should we choose the voltage level? The DC voltage level there has 1000, 220, and 2. So first I show you if we choose a 1000 level. See, what does it mean? 0, this one input 5 volt. This one means 0.005 volt. Since the precision is too big, too huge to the level, so we maybe change another level, 200. So what does it mean? Oh wow! Alright, wait a moment. Okay, so this one, if we change it to 100 level, we input a 5 volt from this power supply. So this one is 5.0 or 5.1. Yep, it's correct, right? So we measure the 5 volt. But we have a 20 level, 20 DC level. See, the precision is more higher precision, right? 5.08, 5.09, 5.1. But you can see there's 2 volt level, right? If we change to 2 voltage level, what does it mean? 1 point. Since the 5 volt is exceed the level measure, so next time you want to measure the maybe the DC voltage or AC voltage or current or resistance, remember first using the max precision you use it on the multimeter. So the max one is max precision of the multimeter is 1000. So it's a bit too big. So change another one. Oh, it's okay, but we have 5.1. Oh, so the 20 is higher than 5.1, so we can use it at 5. So this one is 5.09 or 1.08, whatever. And the next one, the last one is the 2. 2 is too small to the 5 volt. So this is a simple way to using the how to measure the DC voltage. Okay. So next, I will not teach you how to using the current, since if you want to measure current it's very complex to using this, since we need to since the current is in series circuit, we need to cut off the line and plug in the positive and negative ray pop and the black pop in the circuit. It is very complex, so we usually we didn't measure the current using the multimeter. We're using another current, the special current pop to measure. Okay, so next one I teach you how to measure the resistance. This resistance is a 1k ohm resistance. So how there have 5 level to choose. Which level should we choose? 1k, 2 mega, I think it's too big. 200k ohm, too big. 20k, yeah, it's also too big. 2k, I think it's okay. 200 ohm is too small, right? So the first, if you know the resistance, you measure the you need to measure the resistance. So we choose to the 2k ohm and to measure the resistance. Oh wow, wait a minute. Okay, wait a moment. What happened? Okay, let me check. 1.0, yep, it's correct. 1k ohm. Oh yeah, see, 1 point. I think this multimeter maybe some is too sensitive, so the value is change anytime. Maybe 1.005k ohm. Also, we can also use in the 20k ohm to measure this one. See, 1.0605 ohm k ohm. If we're using 2 mega to check, 2 mega ohm level, 0.001. So the precision is too big for the 1k ohm. So we need to choose the correct level to measure. We will get the biggest precision. Okay, so next one. Oh, did you remember in the uh, in the in the breadboard I teach you how to connect the LED, how to light in the LED, right? So, maybe I think I will teach you how to using the multimeter to check the. Since we know the LED like the diode, you have the positive and the negative. If you get a new one, the positive is the length pin and the negative is the shorter pin. But if you not get a new one, if you cut off a line, careful the pin, yeah, see, you even know which one is the positive and negative, right? So how could we using the multimeter to check the positive and negative? So first step, since the LED is like the diode, so we can use in the diode check level to check the LED positive and negative. So first step, to switch to the LED diode check level. So this one is the positive. Red pin is red pulp is the positive. Black pulp is the negative. See, if we assume the right pin is the positive, this one is negative. See, okay, so the LED will not turn on and will not lighting, right? So we change it another direction. See, the LED is lighting, right? So we can know the left pin is a positive, the right pin is a negative. See, if we're using the LED check, we can check the positive of the LED. No matter the diode, we can use in the same way to check. So this one's a positive, negative, another direction. You will not be light, so we know we have wrong direction. So this is the way to check the LED if you don't know which one is the positive pin and the negative pin. Okay, so the last one is the HFE of the transistor. This one is the HFE. Okay, first we see the symbol. I think in your electric circuit you have learned the BJT. Also we call it the transistor. This one is the symbol of the transistor. BCE, base collector emitter. Yeah, this one is the symbol. This is real item, like this one. Real item. Okay, maybe you can take a look. Yeah, so this one is the transistor C9013. If we want to check we want to measure the HFE of the transistor, but there has 4 ports, EBC and BCE. And how can we know which pin is the EBC and which one is maybe BCE? So first you need to search on Google to search the C9013. You can search on Google the C9013 on Google. It will show you the data sheet and the pin configuration. So when I search Google, and we know the left to the right is the EBC. Yep. So this one transistor. Left to right, EBC. Yep. So see the multimeter, and as we know, the C9013 is NPN, so we switch to the NPN level, first NPN level, and next plug in the transistor into the hole. As we know, this one's left to the right is EBC, so EBC. Okay, find the corresponding pin, EBC. So you can see maybe 183.84 is the HFE of the transistor. Also, we can call it a beta. Yeah. So this is a simple way to measure the beta. You can also find a data sheet. The vendor will provide the value of the HFE. But if you don't have the you don't have time to search on Google, you can use a multimeter to check. This is a simple way to check the HFE. Okay, so the next one. Okay, so this is the simple way to using the multimeter, and another more detailed tourism is on your handbook on the Moodle. You can download and check. This is the end of this class. Thank you.